Here.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Hi everyone, it's the Forgetful Writer. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do another review of a first episode of a Kindle Vella today. The episode that I'll be reviewing is from the story The Kingdom Asleep in Thorns by Fletcher. If you like this kind of content, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can always be notified when something comes up. I'm going to try to do 2 of these reviews a week. Right now I'm looking at maybe Mondays and Fridays, but that schedule may change. Who knows? All right, so let's dive right in. I've got the blurb ready to go. Fairy's Curse, a princess in disguise, a kingdom under a mysterious enchantment. An invitation to a post-tournament feast starts our hero, Sir Aldebrand, on a journey to unravel decades of secrets. But as she navigates court life in the sleepy Kingdom of Dorne, will she find more trouble than she bargained for? Can she find true love, friendship, overcome the curse that she carries? The Kingdom Asleep in Thorns is a queer, dark retelling of Sleeping Beauty. New chapters out every Friday. Okay, so what do I think of our description so far? I'm really happy with it. One of the biggest things that I'm happy with is it tells me when it releases. I wish I had done that with my stories, and I said it in another episode, and I still haven't gotten around to it. I need to add that to my descriptions. I think that helps readers know what to expect when they know they're going to get new content, and it really makes it that serialized format of being able to look forward to something. It gives you like a release day, just like you would with a TV show. You know, it comes on this day. Same thing. Great to have that in your description. I think everything else was spot on. I wasn't stumbling over my words, so it's written in a way that flows really well. It tells me what I'm going to hear. We've got our genre and themes and everything in there, so good job, author. Very happy there. Okay, just like every other episode of my reviews, I'm going to give you a second to pop down into the description. The link for the story is there. You can read the first episode. That way you know what I'm reviewing. I don't want to give away too many of the secrets. It seems kind of messed up to do that. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, unpause. So did you guys like the story as much as I did? I really enjoyed it. Now, I know I only got to read 1 episode. That's where we're at right now. But I thought it was pretty good. Okay, so my first thoughts. And my first thoughts are always on my first line. What did I read? And with this, I was thrown right into an action scene. I love that. We're in the middle of a sword fight. It's medieval, you know. There's clanking and there's going, and we know that's what I expect. That's what I love with this kind of story. So we dive right in and we're getting right going. So that's great. The rest of the first episode, the gender reveal is fantastic. And I think it was written really well. I think that starting with the their pronouns so that you're not really sure which direction this is going to go is a great idea. I think it was done really well. One of the biggest problems I have with it is I already kind of knew the answer because it's in the description. But thinking of it as an author, I know your description is your advertisement. So you need to tell people, like, that's a big draw in. So, like, I'm torn. It was written so well of, like, this build up to what you're getting to with the gender reveal of the main character. But I already knew. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so well written, but it was given away. So it's like if I was watching a TV show, it would have been one of those moments where it was like, but because I already knew, it was more like, I know that might not make sense to everybody, but that made sense in my head. That's how I read it. So, but I loved that. I loved the gender reveal and change and things. I think that can lead to an interesting story. I also like that with this story, that's not the only thing that's different. So this isn't just your standard, hey, I swapped the genders of the main characters and now we're just going to see how it was done from the other perspective. You can tell this, when they say this is a dark retelling, it is a dark retelling. It's given away in the first episode that the stakes are higher, that it's not going to be the sweet telling of Sleeping Beauty. And what the best way I could put it as somebody who was reading it, it felt like if you took Sleeping Beauty and mixed it with Game of Thrones, that's what I'm looking at. And as a Game of Thrones fan, I was intrigued. I like that a lot. So did it hook me? Yeah, I felt like it hooked me. Like I said, I like the idea of swapping out the characters' genders. I like the fact that the stakes are so much higher, so that, especially as an adult reading the story, I'm like, I want it to be, there's those big stakes there, so that's great. It's an ongoing story, and this is a first-time author, and they're only Vella as far as I can tell. Now, I ask them to always give me a one-sentence, their elevator pitch of their story. And here's what I got. Kingdom of Thorns is a dark, queer retelling of Sleeping Beauty, taking the classic fairy tale and expanding on the premise of a cursed princess by turning her into a knight dropped in the mysterious Kingdom of Dorne. Now, it's a good sentence, but I think it's too big. I think if you're going to sell this story to somebody in a short and punchy way, this is what I would do with it. I would just knock that end bit off, and it would become Kingdom of Thorns is a dark, queer retelling of Sleeping Beauty, and then allow people to go, well, what do you mean by that? And then we can expand from there, because I think that's a strong, it puts emphasis on that it's dark, which is where, like, I that's the part that I honed in on the most in this story, was when I started to see what the stakes were going to be. Yes, it's a retelling, but it's a more grown-up retelling, and I really liked that. So if I was the author, this would be my elevator pitch. Kingdom of Thorns is a dark, queer retelling of Sleeping Beauty, and leave it at that, because that is a damn good sentence. So, but other than that, this is the end of my review. Did it hook me? Heck yeah, it did. Thumbs up. The link is in the description below in case you didn't read the first episode when I told you to run off and pause and do it. If you like this kind of content, thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell. And like I said, I'm hoping to do 2 a week. If you're looking to have your story reviewed, that line is getting longer and longer and longer and longer, so you're going to have some patience. But the link to the form for that is also in the description below. You could pop over and add your name to the list. Just please be patient. I'm trying as hard as I can. I'm doing this and writing my Vellas too. Another great review. Hope you like the story. Hope you keep reading past episode 1. All right. Bye.
This is the moment for those who